At Hawkesbury, and as you can see, it's an exciting card. Everyone's pretty happy with it, aren't we?
Yeah. Loopholes here.
Peaceful's the word of the day. Peaceful. All right. Before remember the Manning Yard Mail RSP package for the Hawkesbury Day, $75 for the two, where you get the free bet back with betbookmaker.com.au. So basically, you get your Manning Yard and your RSP for free. So jump on board, and both are very confident about the wet track. Don't let that put you off. So do that, and of course we've got racing at Caulfield tomorrow too, and it's quite an interesting card at Caulfield. There looks some really good plays. Warren's been going great. Race Speed Profiles I think will nail Caulfield tomorrow, and of course if you don't want to play in the Pro Better Life thing, you can just get Darren set one out.
Yeah, exactly right. That's just so consistent. It's pretty dry down there.
Yeah, it's a good track. Yeah.
So I think we've got wet in Sydney, wet in Toowoomba, but we've got, if you like, dry.
Yeah.
Dry.
We'll talk about Toowoomba in a sec. Yeah. Toowoomba's interesting. Yeah.
So
Toowoomba's Saturday morning. Yeah.
If you prefer dry tracks, you've only got one option tomorrow.
Yeah,
outside of
and
WA.
as I said, it looks like a really interesting. I think it looks like a card you can play a couple of really good shots at.
Yep.
So if you like zoning in on a few, I reckon we'll be zoning in on a few.
Turnover on Caulfield is going to be huge tomorrow.
Yeah, because
of Hawkesbury and Toowoomba.
That's right. Yeah,
they're downers.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not city tracks.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a dry city track. Yeah, perfect. So Caulfield got it covered, whether it's Warren Huntley's Manning Yard Mail, the Race Speed Profiles, or Darren Potter's set. With Darren Potter's interim set is online right now.
It's ready. Yeah, it came through last night.
Yeah, so you can. By the time this is there, it's even more interimed. Anyway, perfect. Race 5 is the Darley Crown over 1,300 metres. Again, that tricky distance. $8.50 Mysabeel, $5.50 Perron, Rosa Choice $5.50.
Yeah, Perron $5.50. There was a bit of $4.80 this morning, so that might be trimming up. $6.50 was given Rosa Choice, and now $5.50 I think is the best you can get. So yeah, I think maybe Mysabeel might be trickling in as more people start to do their form and realise it's wet, and that's what they like to do.
Beautiful. All right, lovely. Mark, Solicit back from world record pace over the mile and the trial.
Back from retirement.
Was it retired? I hope it's picked up a certain part of its anatomy from the 800 metre mark where it was left last start at Randwick.
That's enough time off, isn't it?
Oh, it's cool. I don't know. I've got to see it, but that type of brutality, that can be bye bye. Never see it again.
56 days off. Had a trial.
Yeah, it's
trial straight away, straight after the race. Forget that.
Okay, 17th for the third. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
10 days.
Yeah. Anyway, she leads with Calming Influence, Mark.
Well, I assume Calming Influence won't start, but Calming Influence is in the van with Solicit. Bound for Earth Handy with transfers, Vigara. Peace Force is fresh, but not sure how they're going to ride that. Rose of Choice midfield, copy down underneath them. And I assume we get them going back Mysabeel tomorrow, but I mean, she has gone forward in the past.
I suppose it depends on how many scratchings underneath it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's gee, this mare's race does me in every year.
Does it? Yeah.
Every year.
There's
that bloody aerobatics, was it aerobatics?
Yeah.
Just kept off nothing, just sit there's Sea Wreath. Oh well,
Yeah, we'll win, yeah. We're in the black and white star, or the 17th set of Sheikh Mohammed's colours at that time, wasn't it? Or whatever team they were playing for then.
12 Vigara. Was a big drifter last week before the storm because of barrier 1, but I don't think any issues tomorrow. She was 100 to 1 at Warwick Farm, but Jesus Christ, it was a win to behold, and a mare with a win here is going to be deadly. 12 to beat 1 Solicit, who if she has not done what Dallas says she may have done, will be competitive. 4 Mysabeel has run very well this autumn, and she comes out of a fruitful race.
No, she's going great, isn't she?
And 14 Copy, who was also set to run here at Randwick last Saturday before the storm. It's a deep race, and I'm looking at that. What's the mare's race called that Avoid Lightning run?
The race that will avoid lightning. Is the car or something?
No, it was a $300,000 race. It was part of the championship.
No, was it?
Fine bubbles like stretching a neck out to the line.
Sapphire
Stakes. Perron went okay. Beldecoeur didn't do much. I couldn't make much of it. 12, 1, 4, 14. I'm having 1.5 units on number 12, Vigara.
I thought Perrin went exceptionally well, actually. Back too far back, huge Tommy Berry squeeze. This horse is ready to explode. If it was a dry track, I would be very, 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 very excited. The previous best was on a slow track at Toowoomba, but I do get the feeling that her best is not going to be on the heavy, but it's still close enough to be okay. I'm very keen. I think she gets that inside run. Hopefully she's a little bit more forward and just, than she was last start. She should be. There's no reason for her not to be forward of midfield, or a midfield-ish at least anyway, not further back than midfield. So I'm 6 units on Perron, and going on the best wet tracker versus inside draw. Copy is that. 2 units on Copy, who I think can sneak up and run a good race with Jay McDonald on board. But 6 units on Perron, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough one to work out. Is Peace Force, is that a big horse that wouldn't get through the wet? Or do you
very good question.
Quite good last time.
I think it's probably okay in the wet. Yeah, my worry was that it was it was getting away with doing nothing in front. Yeah. And hopefully Calming Influence runs, so there is a decent pace in this race, and it gets.
Yeah, you're looking for an off pace.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that whole thing might change if Calming Influence isn't in there, and because I want it to be put to the sword out wide.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm going to have 3 on my Seville, who I think is going pretty well and just loves the wet. We know that, and it will be very wet. It actually loves the mud.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it'll be muddy tomorrow.
That's exactly right.
That was some of our discussion earlier the week, wasn't it, about what sort of form for wet tracks?
Yeah.
Not just soft form. You want heavy tan.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. This is Mounting Yard Male Little Wet Trackers.
Yeah. So 3 there. I'm going to have 3 on Rosa Choice, who trialling outstandingly and looking at its form. It could be the mare that sort of steps up this time in.
Yeah, I agree with that comment.
Just some good runs down in Melbourne, close to Mahara and stuff like that, and you couldn't get a horse that's trialling better in Sydney. So I'm just going to have 3 units on both of those, and I'm going to leave it at that.
And I'm probably saying wet track type, no Rosa Choice.
Yeah, well that was the decision in the Villiers, which is different. It was just a summer soft track. But,
yeah, true. That might be.
But it was mile as well. So
she's an. I mean, like you got to see it in context. But I know she's a horse that we've looked at and gone, wow, that's a nice horse. And normally that doesn't mean wet track capability.
Right. Back to
you normally go
Seville then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but anyway, but I'm sure from Peter, Paul and Mary's, they love this meeting, and I'm sure she's going to be revved as you've suggested.
She's revved. It's just it might just be a wasted opportunity, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you mentioned Toowoomba, Matt. Now Queensland's about to be blown away, but Toowoomba's getting a lot of rain today.
Yeah, they've done well,
and then minor. They'd only had 12 mils this morning, where most joints around them had had 40 or 50.
Yeah.
Forecast of 40 and 80. So I suppose if they were only 12 this morning, they're probably going to be the lower end of that. So Toowoomba's all right. We've saved Toowoomba.
Yeah, and then Toowoomba would be in trouble, but they've done well, haven't they?
Yeah, so Toowoomba, it's a very interesering card, isn't it? You've got.
So I imagine the Wheatwood was on it, isn't it?
Wheatwood's on it, yeah. Your favourite there is Whiskey All Round, and the
Gay must have a few runners.
Gay has got Pornichet in the Toowoomba Cup. Yep. There's the Toowoomba Guineas, and looks a good card. John McLeod, do your best.
Yeah, no, look, it'd be great for someone like John, who's got his head around all the Queensland horses, and then it's a sprinkle of Sydney and Melbourne.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not as if John's hitting this meeting there. I mean, we only obviously sell John stuff on Saturdays, but
he's doing some crazy hill at Toowoomba, like don't they run up a hill or?
Oh, I think and that's where they fornicate behind there. It's sort of like the old bong bong rules, I believe. But so and the fist fights after the last of them.
John's going great. I think last week he had a small win, and the week before he had a massive win of about 60 units.
Oh, as we've mentioned, he's been the star performer over. He's been the performer.
He's been Mr. April.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he owned April. Yeah. He didn't make the ownership fees all that hard, but he did own April. Yeah. He would have won regardless, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, so jump on board with John. Of course, Brisbane has also. You mentioned wet, dry tracks. I assume Perth will be dry. Normally is.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
So you can get John for Toowoomba or Belmont as well too. That's Caulfield. Race 6 is the Hawkesbury Cup, and $7.50 pretty much. Ecuador, Malice, Medcourt, and Rugged Cross $8.50.
Yes, that's right. Let's turn over. No, there hasn't been a great deal of movement at all. At a bigger price, $35 was given Flamingo Star. That's 18. Rugged Cross, yeah, $13 was given early. That's now $8.50.
All right.
Well, it's a giant field. The feed from the benchmark 100 race at the end of the third day of Randwick is driving me a bit mad. You know, there's either a lot of good runs in the race, or the race is not what it could be. So I took the left view. As far as the race is concerned, we have Strawberry Boy on the outside of Ecuador tomorrow. Strawberry Boy led and Ecuador sat on him in the benchmark 100. Medcourt obviously enjoys a better run. Malice I have on speed. Monton forward. Frespinol is probably going to go around the last, who knows. Midfield, San Diego. Fadon with his wheels spinning out wide. A few back markers here. Villanova, Danchay, Evangelist, Rugged Cross, Flamingo Star, I don't know, and Lucky Largo. So certainly those two up the front will not rest easy. And I went to Malice as being the horse that would enjoy that situation. I mean, he's had the 2,000 metre run where nothing...
It looks clever, John O'Shea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is this John O'Shea being clever?
Did James give it away as well? It's an interesting booking.
Yes, that's right, exactly.
Medcourt's the favourite.
8 to beat 14 Medcourt, who comes out of the lead up, and I don't know how he finished third.
No, because I think maybe your initial summation might be almost right in the fact he was just the better horse and sort of just better horse got there. Is that a fair call?
Well, you were very keen on him, off his first up win, and clearly, he was a horse that took some getting ready previously, so came to hand very quickly this time, and that was perhaps suggestive of him going very well. 8 to beat 14, they look to get good runs in the race. 6 Bagman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What am I getting?
No,
I found the fresh
Wet
and
track, mile.
Mile.
Yeah,
Much
mile.
bar,
Yeah.
2 Flamingo Star, who I've marked a very long price, but I'd give it a chance.
Yeah.
8, 14, 6, 2, 2 units on Malice.
All right, lovely. I'm very keen on Malice, actually. It probably gets the inside run, gets the big wet track tick. I love the 2,000 metres back to 1,600 metres, third up. We say it every time, this horse isn't a 2,000 metre horse. His best numbers are at a mile. So it's not only getting that 2,000 metres back to 1,600 metres on a wet track, it's getting it back to his best distance. Really, really keen on him on the wet track. So I'm having 8 units on Malice. I would think Medcourt would be a living certainty on a dry track, but he doesn't go on the wet.
Right.
He's 6 to 8 lengths inferior. But still, based on all of that, still have to have something on him. So 2 units on Medcourt and 1 unit on Flamingo Star, who, if was here with us on the numbers we've got from overseas, would be the favourite. In our
Are his
opinion.
German numbers or his French numbers?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the country breakdown was, Mark.
The German races look dodgy to me,
There was a Melbourne Cup winner that came out of that sort of vicinity. So
He's beaten Melbourne, or she's beaten Melbourne. Protectionist before.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough. All right. Anyway, but the numbers are good, and the numbers are good on wet tracks. So, but if it's not with us, it's not with us. So I'm going to have 1 unit on it. It seems very big odds for the horse that's probably got the best figures in the race.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if it's not with us, whatever, it's a unit.
It's going to have 2 each way. Rugged Cross, who just a fairly obvious play. Whether it's right, I'm not sure, but likes it wet. Is third up. The mile looks to be ideal. A nice barrier.
To win at a mile.
Yeah.
Is there anything in that?
Rugged Cross.
Maybe there might be.
I mean, he's run past a mile and all that sort of stuff, but
Yeah, so I'm going to 2 each way there, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I found it a really tricky race, and I want to see whether the likes of the Strawberry Boys in Ecuador, is it a day where the horses can slog away on speed, or will they be folding up by that stage?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, and I'll be making adjustments if they are. But I'm leaving those 2 out.
All right, lovely. Well, we'll move along to race 7 then, which is the Guineas, and $3.70 Federal, $4 Rekindle Power, $4.60 Najum. We agreed $8 or something like that.
Yep, 460 was given Rekindled Power, now $4. 480 to 440, bit of money for Najum. 16 to 10 at one place, Anyas, and that's about it.
All right, Mark. Who takes this up?
I don't know, but there's a lot of these horses are in at Newcastle, which does.
Okay.
It's a bit weird
All right,
that these
okay.
horses are in at Newcastle. It tells you that it's a two-toned race.
Yes, exactly. Well, the market's sort of saying that, isn't it?
It's
Like Xena trying to. It looks like a speedy horse, but really isn't that quick from the inside.
came from last on Wednesday.
Okay.
Like I said.
Okay.
Yeah, so
some
backing
form
up
guys
from
don't
Wednesday.
have the Wednesday
Wednesday
run.
run. No, well, okay. So there was a Wednesday run. I didn't know it ran on Wednesday.
I noticed that too.
Okay, cool. Well, when you print the form out Wednesday morning, it's a bit hard to get the Wednesday run in it, isn't it?
That is true.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Okay. There it is. So it's probably not going around then, is it?
Well,
Maybe. Maybe not. Anyway.
I think it is, you know.
All right.
Najum's on speed, Egret's on speed, Martine underneath them. Like Xena probably posse up because it went back from a wide gate with lots of speed underneath it the other day. Agnes on speed. I had Proactive next. Final decision out wide. Interesting to see how they ride Federal and or Rekindled Power. Rekindled Power's done most of his racing from the back. What do we say about that run? No?
What's that? Which one?
Rekindled Power.
Rekindled Power. I thought good. But I think, yeah, I think it was good. Yeah, I mean, it's, it was big odds, wasn't it? But I suppose it was coming off a short SP, which was too short in the Sandown race.
I want to get another look at Rekindled Power.
I think I'm preferring it on a dry track though too.
10 Najum but fucking hell, they bloody found it, haven't
Welcome to Sydney, I reckon.
they? Yeah.
But I mean, I suppose when you say you found it, it's still third ranked in the betting, isn't it?
Okay, Najum. Blinkers on at Warwick Farm, sprinted away from yada yada yada. Went to Canterbury. Had to be on the inside. He had to be on fence. Sits outside lead and tries its arse out in very good time race.
And the last 200 are the best of it too.
Yeah. So here she is. She's. And that freaking Pearl, that stupid freaking Pearl.
What else?
Oh, fillies, racing against the males.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Swift Lady promptly does the job, which is short price. And then good old the last winner at Canterbury on Wednesday, Royal Adventure. $10 to $7 leads all the way.
Here's Najum.
Here's Najum. Okay, 10 Najum to beat 2 Federal. 12 like Xena, who as I mentioned is on the quick backup. She's now won her last 2 and is liking racing at the moment. And 3 Rekindled Power is obviously rounds out the chances. Egret, I want to excuse her for last start.
She does love the real wet. I mean, as Matt pointed out, this is real wet, and that's her her hope in life.
Right, okay. 10, 2, 12, 3. 1 bet, 2 units, number 10.
Yeah, I'm Najum too. Gay Waterhouse, the double 1200 metres up to 14. Yeah, why not? It looks the best wet tracker and it's got more than acceptable numbers. I really want it to be taking a sit though. I don't want Tommy in front. If you back it and Tommy's in front, I'd suggest.
What about the kickback situation tomorrow?
Yeah, well, it was a shifty track last year. I suppose once again, as you said, suck it and see. It's we can.
You might not want to take a sit if you're getting.
Oh no, but I'm saying
somewhere.
No, I'm saying so he's got a bunny.
Yeah.
Somebody to dictate pace.
Yeah.
So he can just sit there. Pace is there. He's there. And then goes. So that's what I want. So I'm 5 units on Najum and 1.5 on Rekindled Power. As I said, prefer on the dry, but still good enough. And Federal went well the other day, but had a lot of things in his favour doing so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, I'm just going to have 2 on the same horse, Najum. I also like the fact that he's had a win at Hawkesbury. All the mail around track work was that, he might look a little bit flat or something going into that Canterbury run.
Yep.
And Nick left it out of his numbers, and that
Yeah.
to me that was a good sign,
Yeah.
saying that I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's going to be Nick's
And
numbers tomorrow.
Yes, I can pretty much assure you she's going to be in Nick's numbers tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it just looks like very good gay play.
Yep.
A gay play.
A gay play. Play the gays.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, lovely. So Najum, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Happy days. We come home with the Blakes Marine handicap over 1,500 metres. Should remember Hong Kong is on Sunday, of course. Hong Kong Sunday. Don't miss Hong Kong. Blakes Marine handicap over 1,500 metres. $9.50 Frespinol. $7 Hollywood Bound Role Model Electric Power, and $6 the current favourite Song and Laughter.
Yes. $7.50 into $6 Song and Laughter, and that could continue for the same reasons. 9 to 7 Hollywood Bound. At a bigger price, might have been Snowy. Crown Moss 34 to 26. Might be you like a wet track. Got mare in form and all that sort of stuff.
$31 is the best I could do.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, a bit of money out there for a sort of keep surprising people, I suppose, but it's still a harder.
All right, Mark, who leads this sort of, again, it's not a highly sought after lead spot, is it?
It's not. It's Song and Laughter and Role Model in the van.
Yeah.
With Tarrangara and Frespinol out deep, who seems to struggle to put himself hard in the race.
Seems to be struggling full stop, doesn't it? And
But he ran favourite last week, though.
I know. I know, but I've just now become sick of him, and it's now go time for him. So hence why I will be just relieving myself.
So in terms of the others, they're sort of all off paces, just a blur with blinkers on out wide, time to test. Crown Moss won't be too far away. Electric Power will be midfield. Campania back along the inside. So Hollywood Bound and Abasso ahead at the back with Magnolia Lane, Old Burge and Wings.
Beautiful. All right.
So it's sort of regulation, and certainly easy for me to find the leaders. 4 Role Model has trialled well since running in the mares race that we spoke of earlier in relation to Solicit.
Backing distance looks appealing.
12 Song and Laughter is obviously, like, she had a couple of preparations off and she's made up for this preparation. She's absolutely humming. 3 Hollywood Bound, who had every chance last week, but I suppose he was only second up.
Second up, third up, back up looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wet track looks good.
And 9 Times Test, who returned with a win in Adelaide. He has some reasonable Sydney SPs that would give him some prospects here. 4, 12, 3, 9. 2 units number 4, 1.5 units number 12, 1.5 units number 3, and 1 unit number 9.
Perfect. I am going to let it out. I'll let it go because Frespinol's there and I don't want to be on him. He's just done me. He's done me.
Not even a sanity bet?
No, not even a sanity bet. No, I suppose on top's Electric Power. That form to that race we highlighted. Darcy Magic's already come out of it. It looks okay. Yes, she did get the perfect run, but yes, she still did run good numbers in doing so.
She seems to be racing well.
Yeah, racing great. She's got that. There's 2 big ticks that I've spoken about throughout the card. Best wet track, or close enough to best wet track, and the inside draw. So it looks to get the right run. But she's on top with me. But yeah, I'm not going to have a bet, and I'm probably going to
You'll be on your way home by that time.
extricate myself to avoid the car park issues that you've spoken about for the last 12 months about Glen Pollock. Car parked in the right
Don't
spot.
find yourself in a pen.
What you need the wide draw. You just come in where everybody's looking to get as close to the gate as you possibly can. You just come in and just turn right and straight away, right on the edge there at about the 400 metre mark of the straight. You get there and you just get straight out and you're there. That's the mail for if you're going to Hawkesbury tomorrow. Yeah. And then you're straight out the back, and then you're actually home almost quicker than you are from Rose Hill.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be
No traffic lights for me until Neutral Bay if I go that way.
Okay.
Well, sorry, until when you get on the freeway about 5 minutes down the road from Hawkesbury. 10 minutes down the road.
I don't mind. I've sort of narrowed it down to the 10 Electric Power and Song and Laughter. I think both horses are flying and maybe meets a couple of horses who are sort of off their game. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to sort of bet up 5 units Electric Power and 7 on Song and Laughter. The gun engaged, the race, the track will be chopped. It'll be just go time. He'll start even, I reckon.
They will latch onto the Songatara in the last race of the wet track.
there's
In saying that though, it was quite interesting. You just think, oh, real wet tracker. Our wet track indicator numbers don't really have it as a super wet tracker.
Yeah.
It's more passable. Anyway, what does that mean? All right, that's us.
That's us done.
Perfect. All right. Remember, jump on board. We're due for a really good period here. As you know, we've been here for 4 years now, and
Typical of those carnivals.
yeah, we've been ups and downs. Some of the carnivals have been sensational, but there's been ups and downs. But when there's been downs, they've been followed by ups. So, and generally there's more ups than downs. So jump on board. We're ready to fly, and we expect this to be a great period. So don't miss out. Thank you, boys.
Be there.